Hello Gemini, so I'm doing your weekly reading for October the 31st to November the 7th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation, find out why it's happening. We'll take a look at your blind spots. Of course, we'll ask what it is that's working for you and find out how it is all likely going to play out for you as well, okay? So your situation is the buffalo and abundance. Nice. Generosity, supply, resources and gifts. So the main message with the buffalo is, first of all, gratitude. It's also about using all of the resources available to you very wisely. It's about not being wasteful. So not wasting opportunities, not wasting the gifts, the opportunities that are here, okay? It's about having plenty, right? And, I mean, the message here is really quite a strong one, okay, with the buffalo. When you consider the buffalo or the bison energy, that one buffalo could sustain an entire family, right? Nothing was wasted. Nothing was wasted. It was honored. Okay, the animal was honored. It was very, very special. Okay, so that's why I was like, ooh, nice. So, Gemini, this is your situation at hand, right? You are receiving an abundance of opportunities, or you could be receiving a helping hand here, right? And it's you not wasting those opportunities or those gifts. We're going to take a deeper dive into that in a minute. I just need to get the strongest overall energy, water and emotion. Okay, feelings and sensitivities. So this one indicates feeling a little bit overwhelmed, right? But the context is very, very beautiful. So feeling so happy that you could cry with relief, with gratitude, okay? It's that kind of happiness, it's that kind of overwhelm. It might have been a long while since you were so happy that you actually started crying. I know that that's only ever really happened to me a handful of times in my life, but it's nice to see this kind of energy coming out for you, because again, like abundance, feeling so happy that you will cry, you know, it's something's coming together here for you guys, and I feel in a very unexpected way as well. Can you tell us more about this abundance for Gemini, please? Oh, okay. Okay. Gemini, try not to take on too much at the same time this week, okay? They're asking for you to pace yourself. Be mindful of over-promising yourself to others this week, over-committing yourself, okay? Because you're going to need time to process everything that's going on. You got the Two of Wands in the reversed position and the Page of Cups also. Okay, so yeah, it plays out in a very unexpected way, Gemini. It comes off of the back of a recent disappointment, right? It comes off of the back of something more recently not going according to plan. Some sort of situation went a little bit sideways more recently, okay? And I feel like the universe, I was going to say it feels like the universe is compensating you, but it's more than that, okay? This isn't per se the universe compensating you for whatever's recently gone down or whatever recently didn't work out as well as what you wanted it to. It's not compensation. It isn't. So the thing that recently didn't work out, it wasn't supposed to work out. Okay, you were always supposed to be in line to receive this abundance here. Okay, that other path that you were on, apparently you weren't supposed to be there. okay? That was a wrong turn. You took a bit of a detour, which is absolutely fine. But this energy is saying, Gemini, this is the abundance that's supposed to be for you. So it's not so much a compensation, right? You're not being compensated for what you lost out on. It's quite different from that. Okay, so hopefully I've explained that well. Okay, so why is this happening? We already know why. Because this is for you. You're meant for this. Wisdom, life experience, lessons, and knowledgeable sources. Yeah. So there has been a few lessons that you have gathered along the way. They're saying here it's time for you to put your knowledge and your wisdom to good use. Okay. Yeah, the Four of Cups, that's come out squiffy. So making peace with whatever you feel resentful towards, okay? The Four of Cups coming out squiffy can indicate a bit of resentment still in your way of thinking, that you're needing to process, that you're needing to work through. Now, it does feel that that's resentment towards another person, because it's coming out with a lot of emotional energy. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles could be to do with somebody making you feel like you weren't good enough, okay? And you learning that lesson of, actually, I always was good enough, right? Five of Pentacles can be lack. It can be a lack of resources, a lack of spirituality, a lack of self-belief. It's that sense of always being on the sidelines, okay? It's kind of like that. Can you tell us more? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're no longer putting energy into negativity. That's the wisdom that you've... I'm losing my words, Gemini. That's the wisdom here that you have come to. Yeah, King of Wands. I can and I will. Therefore I will. Right? King of Wands, that's literally the card of the go-getter. Right? Someone who is very ambitious. Ambition is not a bad word, okay? It's how it's utilized. And apparently, Gemini, you weren't properly utilizing your ambition with that Seven of Pentacles being in the reversed position, but you are now. You are now. You've got the Nine of Swords, and that's coming out squiffy. So you can, in clear conscience, put your fears, worries, concerns, your strife, your stress behind you. Okay, there's the end of a very, very stressful time here. Definitely. And I do feel that it's to do with you dealing with another person. You got drama and trials of strength at the bottom of that deck with the Five of Wands. You've been put through the ringer quite recently. So, yeah, you're putting all of your troubles now in the past. This is the energy of you overcoming something. You've overcome something really quite hard, very, very difficult. It had you thinking all kinds of things that you don't normally think, right? You're putting all that behind you now. You're coming into this abundance. And do you know what? Feeling grateful for the lessons that it's taught you along the way. Feeling really, really grateful for that. Because now you're looking at, okay, what's next for me? What am I going to achieve next? In your blind spot is the labyrinth and journey. It says sacred journey, spiritual quest, life review, inventory, hermit energy. Yeah. So you're taking an inventory of everything that you've been through quite recently. You're taking stock of it all. At one point, possibly feeling like you were really, really lost, right? You found the exit. You found the exit to that labyrinth. Apparently, because it's in your blind spot, apparently this was part of your own spiritual journey here. Whoa. Okay, Ace of Swords and an Eight of Swords. Interesting. It's a breakthrough. Breakthrough from feeling stuck, from feeling trapped, from feeling helpless. Okay, we got prisoner energy with the Eight of Swords, and it came out with the Ace of Swords. Now, the 8 to the Ace equates to the 9 of which you do have, and it came out squiffy, where you're able to put everything behind you, right? You're traveling light now, mentally, emotionally. It feels to me like a situation that, and do you know what, you didn't ask for that sort of situation to happen. It's one of those things that, you know how life can be a bit of a shit sometimes for seemingly no apparent reason. It feels like one of those types of situations, Gemini. This combination, you're not feeling sorry for yourself. You're not pitying yourself. You're not stuck in this victim mentality, because if you were, then this card would have come out with like the 10 of Wands or something, right? Or like the Tower or the 5 of Pentacles or something else along those lines, right? It didn't. It came out with this Ace of Swords, which is a breakthrough. You took on the challenge. Fair enough, you might not have had any other choice but take on the challenge, because for a lot of you, this is a situation that happened to you that, you know, you didn't encourage it, you didn't ask for it, nothing like that, right? Most people would sit there and go, oh, woe is me, oh, fuck my life, oh, my life is over, oh, this, oh, that, oh, the next. Do you know what I mean? But you're sitting there, Gemini, and you're like, nah, I need to beat this. I need to take on this challenge, and I need to make sure that I come out the other side of it. And that's literally exactly what you're doing, and it's in your blind spot, so you're doing this subconsciously as well. So yeah, I feel like Spirit just wants to draw your attention to your own strength, to your own mental power, your own emotional power as well. I do feel strongly like you have got some really, really good news that's coming in towards you, Gemini, and you're very almost not going to be able to believe your luck, right? Now, I don't know the ins and outs of this situation. I don't know what this is about specifically. I'm not a psychic, so I cannot give pinpoint, accurate, specific details, okay? I can only read the strongest overall energies. And I'm seeing that there is good news here that really contributes to this feeling of, oh, thank fuck for that. I'm free now. I'm free. I can breathe. I can actually enjoy myself again, right? So that temporary prison, if you will, that temporary prison energy, it's really made you look at life a lot differently, because it's forced some kind of introspection. It forced you to dig deep, right? It forced you to really go within and to take a life review here. So now, in the wake of this good news, you're going to be like that, right? I've got this whole list of stuff that I want to do, and I want to achieve it all before this time next year, for example, right? This combination is you not taking your freedoms and your liberties lightly, okay? For a small handful of you guys, like, you might literally have just come out of jail, right? For real. I'm not going to sit here and judge. It is what it is, right? Everybody's got their own situations going on. All I can see here is somebody receiving good news that gives them this new boost to life, this new zest for life, and they're like, that, do you know what? I'm not going to waste a single fucking moment. I'm not. There's no way I'm going to waste a single precious moment. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy. Yes, it came off of the back of a set of really shitty circumstances, but what you're left with is absolutely incredible. So what is it that's working for you? The corn and harvest. It's harvest time. Yeah. Very karmically charged energy. Completion, benefits, and nourishment. Yeah. So abundance is coming in. It's time for you to reap your harvest. Again, comes off of the back of the hard work that you put in, right? Yeah, see, Emperor taking charge of the situation, taking control of the situation. It's divine masculine energy. What is working for you is you being very self-assured, very disciplined, is you being in control, right? Taking that leadership role. You being this firm but fair individual, right? Making firm decisions here. Like the Nine of Swords again. That Nine of Swords keeps coming out. Let me just get another deck here a minute. Can you tell us more about that Nine of Swords? What's this Nine of Swords for Gemini? Okay, strength. That's coming out just a little bit squiffy. The Devil reversed, which is freedom and liberation. Freedom from what it was that was keeping you stuck. So that Nine of Swords, there's a little bit of concern here that you might have about, well, is this temporary? Is this good time only temporary? Is it going to get snatched away again? You've got the Magician that's coming out squiffy and the Nine of Wands. I'm reading that combination as you sort of letting go of your inhibitions. You've got the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, fully allowing yourself to enjoy this moment, right? Because finally things are going well. Things are going better than just well, actually. Ace of Pentacles. You sort of really leaning into these fun times, these good times, this emotion of, oh, finally I can breathe again. Okay, Devil reversed. What's that? Strength reversed. They're saying try not to allow your thoughts, like negative thinking, to get in your way. Okay, because that's a bit of a trap. And then you've got the Three of Cups there as well. So strength reversed with the Eight of Swords. That's like self-imposed negativity, okay? So, yeah. Try and get back on top of that again if you recognize that that's... because something's playing heavy on your mind here, okay? And they're saying that kind of thinking can really stop you from enjoying your life right now, Gemini. And the whole point is, Three of Cups, the whole point is to enjoy your life, like, right now. Okay, how is this likely going to play out? The Elephant and gratitude. Yeah, recognition and acknowledgement. So everything that you're doing is finally paying off, Gemini. Everything that you set in motion is finally taking form. And I feel like it's taken form in a much better way than what you could have imagined it in your mind's eye. Yes, definitely. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So you're going to be incredibly glad, very, very grateful that you're having a wish here, a wish that you have is being granted. And it's you acknowledging not just your own good luck, but also you acknowledging your sheer strength as well. Can you tell us more about how this is likely going to play out for Gemini, please? The energy here is really interesting, Gemini, because one minute I think that the situation's going to go one way, and then it completely goes off in a different direction. And I feel that this week you're going to start your week having like some set expectations in your head, but then circumstances unfold and things are being revealed, and you'll be like, that shit, I was not expecting it to go that way. I thought it was going to be a disaster. I thought it was going to be this, that, and the next, right? So life is definitely surprising you this week in the best way possible. Now you've got the Nine of Swords that's come out again, and it's come out again in the reversed position, which is kind of cool when that happens. You've got a repeating message here, Gemini, about you finally being able to put an awful situation firmly behind you, because you're overcoming the struggles, okay? You're overcoming this energy here that's been keeping you stuck. And furthermore, you've come out of this with a much different mindset now, where you refuse point blank to compromise on your happiness and your well-being, which is like the chef's kiss on top of this reading, right? You're not going to compromise your own happiness and well-being for anyone or for anything. So whatever this is that's been going on, it has been quite a shock to the system, right? It's been a lot. It's been a lot to deal with. It's been a lot to try and work through and overcome. And yet here you are, right? Overcoming it like a pro, showing up the rest of us as if we're all just a bunch of... I'm not going to say the word, begins with a P, right? I don't particularly like that word anyway. I much prefer the see you next Tuesday word than the P word. But yeah, you're showing up the rest of us, Gemini, basically, making us all look like a bunch of little PUs, right? Kudos to you. Like, what more can I say? And no, you shouldn't compromise your health, your well-being, and your happiness for anyone or for anything. Like, no, you absolutely shouldn't. Beautiful. I love this energy for you, Gemini. Now, I just saw the Ten of Wands. So you got the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Yeah. Prior responsibilities, I feel like you're chucking all that out. Okay, it's like you're going through your life now, piece by piece, and you're rooting out, okay, that doesn't work for me anymore, that doesn't work for me anymore. And then you're starting to plant new seeds, new ideas. Okay, let's do this instead, let's do that instead, right? It's like your energy is completely different now because your entire outlook is completely different. So yeah, you're weeding out what no longer belongs in your life, or who no longer belongs in your life, depending on what this is here. And it's like you're just completely going through everything, and it's like a reinvention here that's going on. Yeah, Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. There's definitely reinvention energy, and being focused on building happy, beautiful memories with this very gentle and soft Six of Cups energy. Now, that can indicate nostalgia and childhood, okay? But it's more to do with finding the pleasurable things in life, working on the pleasurable things in life, being focused on what it is that brings you joy, right? Because that's also a very healing energy as well. Very, very healing. So yeah, you're no longer wasting your time on shit that no longer matters, right? It's beautiful. Okay, what's at the bottom of this deck? Yeah, see the Three of Swords. I was getting that energy all through your reading. That's why I mentioned that whatever this is about, it's been a pretty horrific time for you. Yet here you are, right? Even in spite of the Three of Swords energy, grief, hurts, heartbreak, pain, right? Disappointments on levels that are quite devastating because it's a very sort of broken energy, okay? This is saying this situation or this person, it's not broken you. It has not broken you, not even in the slightest. Okay, that's not to give it credit or them credit that they've made you this strong individual that you are, right? Let's not give them credit. Whatever that is or was, or whoever that is or was, it was shitty, right? It should never have happened, but it did. So you can't give them credit for making you who you are, right? Because you did that. You did that by the choices that you made. Okay, that's what this combination of the Three of Swords and the Ace of Wands is telling you, right? You did it because you took hard control. You were like, do you know what? This isn't going to beat me. It's not going to beat me. I'm not going to become overwhelmed by this. Okay. Nice. Right, let's get you guys a healing message. So yeah, you can fully expect good news this week. Overwhelmed with happiness and relief. There's definitely a lot of relief that's going on. Can you have a healing message for Gemini, please? Thank you. Yeah, look. You've got number 20 and fear. So let's take a look. And the weird thing with this card, right, if you take a look, we've got someone here that's being sacrificed. It's like an offering to the gods, a sacrificial offering. And then you've got all of these waves, right? So that there's like overwhelm and a lot of emotion here. So that's what I was saying earlier. I was picking up on that in your energy, Gemini, that there wasn't anything that you did to deserve this situation. It's something that was largely out of your control, right? It's just one of those shitty things in life. Okay, so it says, understand your fears, and perhaps they will not be fears any longer. Fear is a necessary emotion, but only if warranted, for not all fears are real. Would you live your life differently if you had less fear? Stand strong against your fears and take action. And then it says that your words of power are, I understand my fears and I can transform them. Yeah, that's literally what you've been doing, Gemini. That's why you're getting this kind of results that's coming through with an abundance that's coming in for you, and this gratitude, and do you know what I mean? And this harvest, right? Yeah, you're not taking anything for granted here. Absolutely beautiful. Right, so let's see if we can uplift this reading even further. I'm going to get you some wonderful words of wisdom from the Swear Tarot. There is swearing in this deck, okay? So if you're allergic to swearing, then you just don't have to listen. Don't take this deck seriously. It's just a little bit of fun at the end of your reading, okay? Right, so can we have some messages for Gemini, please? Oh, focus on stable finances and healthy fucking love. Your dreams are being fulfilled, you lucky bastard. Yes. And at the bottom of the deck, don't be a dumb fuck, start something new. Nice. Don't know what else I can say to that, Gemini, apart from well done you. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.